Howdy y'all, welcome back to the Wright Brothers. It is that time once again. We released our last Love Letters from the Left series about 3 months ago, but ever since then the hate mail has not stopped piling up, and today Trey and I are going to get into it. For those of you who are new to this series, we do this in the spirit of the Greek philosopher Epictetus, who famously said, "Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him." So in the spirit of Epictetus, let's get into Love Letters from the Left, Volume 6.
All right, y'all, let's go ahead and dive right into it. Our first love letter at the top of this massive mailbag comes to us from one of our loyal listeners. I don't know if they're a subscriber or not, but we appreciate their viewership just the same. He says, "As an African American and a native Texan, I do not claim Damani or Trey Felder as representatives of African American ideology, culture, or pride." I think that was meant to be somewhat wounding, but the truth of the matter is, Damani and I are here to represent American pride, period. We are people who happen to have right-leaning views, but our scope is far beyond just our skin color. Like I said in our first video, this right here, it's not a uniform.
Nope, not at all. And moving right along, I have one comment from a wonderful member of the human race as well. This one comes to us from the world of Twitter. This individual says, "Brother, 3 question marks. Are you serious? 3 periods. Wake up, dude. 3 periods. Trump ain't for us. Trump ain't for you. Make America great again? Last time I checked, America was already great before that divisive slogan was created. Anyone that supports taking children from their parents and putting them in camps is not godly. That's not the way God works." Thank you for that comment, if I can call it such. Here's the only thing I'll say to that. People are going to say, "Oh, well, Make America Great Again is a racist dog whistle. When was America ever great?" This person thinks America was great before the slogan even was invented. So which is it? That's my question to you.
Yeah, that's a brand new angle. That's actually a fresh perspective. I appreciate that. I hadn't heard that one. A lot of times we get the same themes in the mailbag sometimes, but I appreciate that one, bringing some fresh thoughts to the table. That's awesome.
You never know what you're going to get.
All right, well, moving on to this next one that we have. This one's kind of a long one, so bear with me. When crackers, spelled with 3 Ks, which is a little bit of creativity there, I'll give them points for that. When crackers love, admire, prop up a black man/woman, we should avoid these blacks like the plague because they speak to their racial consciousness and elevate their Urugu nature while at the same bear with me, y'all. While at the same time downplaying, degrading, and stereotyping the billion-strong African family. Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner would have butchered these fools as these types of Negroes who would readily snitch the plans to massa for some crumbs. We can't afford to love all the black people who think, speak, live like this. So apparently we are undeserving of love in any form, and of course we're speaking to racial consciousness, whatever that may mean. So actually, that's kind of funny. We don't really make we've spoken on race on this channel many times, but it's not really ever been our overarching theme. Again, we speak as two red-blooded American males trying to figure out what's best for our country in layman's terms. It's really we could be 2 white guys, 2 Asian guys, people of disparate races, and it would still be pretty much the same conversation.
Absolutely. You never know what you're going to get out of the mailbag. And to add further credence to that point, I regret to inform you we have yet another love letter from the left. This comes to us from the world of Instagram.
Ooh.
And this individual is responding to, it was a meme that I posted, and it was revolving around the Ariel of the Disney movies, The Little Mermaid, changing the race for the live action remake that's coming up. And this individual was very displeased with my posting of this meme, and he said, "Aw, he right though, You are a f***ing coon and, all caps, Negro-pean. You see the you be saying. You over there bashing your own to please massa, boot-licking, all caps, nigga, dancing for massa and denying your own, seeking for approval. I'd hope you're doing this for infiltration purposes, nigga. You more. This next one, this is the gem right here. You more of a than a.
Oh wow,
Negro-pean.
Okay.
You're lucky you're doing this on this internet, because I'd smack the coin out of you bashing our black queen and.
Smack the what now?
Aside from that being the most egregious run-on sentence in the history of run-on sentences, what I'll ask you is this. So, it doesn't matter to me what your thoughts are on Ariel being portrayed by a black actress in this upcoming live-action remake, but I'd ask you this. For this individual, he seemed to be upset he's talking about bashing our black queen, assuming that's talking about the actress who's going to be playing this role. That's not what I was doing, of course. But let me ask you this. If you would think this is okay, but if you would be upset if Ryan Reynolds was cast as Black Panther in Black Panther 2, you just might be a tad bit racially biased. Throw it back to you, Trey.
That is an excellent point, sir. Well, moving right along, this one actually comes from one of the Wright Brothers review segments that I did, specifically the one on the Taylor Swift video, and it was highlighting the gay community, and it was attempting to make a point, but it kind of slanted that point a little bit too hard against the right instead of levying some much needed criticism at both sides of the aisle, in my opinion. But we had a comment on it, and it went somewhat like this. There is a reason the vast majority of gay people dislike Trump. He claims to be for gay rights. Well, he doesn't just claim to be for gay rights. He was actually the first major presidential candidate to be openly pro-gay rights prior to his election, but I digress.
Minor details.
Details. He claims to be for gay rights. He supports and accepts support from anti-gay organizations. The man is a compulsive liar. L-I-E-R. I'm trying to stick with what they wrote. He has done more to set back LGBTQ rights than any of the past 6 presidents combiner.
The 6.
Yes, it's 6.
Okay.
To call back to the Joker in The Dark Knight, he continues. The title of your channel should be The Wrong Brothers. Wow, that's a burn right there. Ooh,
genius,
man. And really, how can you support a president that is only out for himself, that is also a racial bigot? So that one was a funny comment because they tried to slip in the racial angle at the end when the 95% of the rest of the comment was about standing up for gay rights. As I said earlier, President Trump was openly pro-LGBTQ before taking office, and that's something that not Barack Obama can say, neither President Bush can say, President Clinton can say. None of the past, 6 presidential candidates or presidents combined can say that they were pro-gay rights. And I've said on this channel, we are pro-gay rights too. MAGA is for everyone. That's all we care about. The conservative right-wing ideals can fit anyone of any stripe. So saying that the president is anti-LGBTQ is really not it's not an insult to us. It really shows you're ignorant of history.
Absolutely. And yet we press on because the love letters continue to roll in. This next we're going to go back to Instagram for this one. This individual, you'll see what I mean in a minute, but I feel for this person because I fear that they might be suffering from some undisclosed illness. See if you can spot it. This individual writes, this is in response to my Kamala Harris questions video that I posted. She said, "You are the last person that needs to speak on a person's race when it's clear you're confused about yours." Biff. That you read that B-I-F-F. Myself and other African Americans shouldn't even respond to your attention-seeking token Trump flunky questions. That was a fusillade of words that didn't make much sense.
That's a lot of adjectives right there.
And yet she did respond. We press on. Put some bass in your voice so you can be taken seriously. Queen! Exclamation point. Grab some clippers and let that fading hairline go already. What office do you hold? Oh wait, you're just a Limbaugh wannabe. Go keep his feet warm. He might let you shine his shoes. LOL at triggered alert. Triggered for what? You're so childlike, who could get mad? And lastly, you think that, the comment goes on? That's the end of the comment there.
Oh.
I
was waiting. That was a cliffhanger. I was waiting for more.
There's nothing else. So the thing here is, I fear this person suffers from an advanced stage of Tourette's, perhaps. But Tourette's that is not spoken, but is actually typed. So our sincere condolences. We hope you get well soon, whoever you are. Thank you for the comment. Now I'll throw it back over to you, Trey.
Well, I just want to say I'm glad that she straightened out what race you were, because the confusion from you on that end has really been baffling up to this point. So I'm glad we got that hashed out. Well, moving on, we have yet another racially tinged comment. We get these all the time on the channel, so we just kind of pick out the fun ones that are highlights. This one says, I'm so proud of you. They actually started with a compliment, and I'll give them credit for that. You want to start your criticisms as like a sandwich. Start the good stuff, bad stuff, then the good stuff on the end. We got the good stuff. I'm assuming we're going to have bad. Let's see how they finish it up.
Here we go.
I'm so proud of you. It would normally be really tough for a black guy to admit he is exactly like the Samuel L. Jackson character in Django Unchained. We need more of you to shit on the graves of your ancestors to help us whitewash America. The Confederate States thank you. See, it was perfectly constructed. Good stuff at the beginning, bad stuff in the middle, good stuff at the end. Can't agree with the content, but at least we got somebody who knew what they were doing in the criticism department.
Oh, you gotta love the old-fashioned compliment sandwich. Thank you very much. Moving on. I have one more here. This comes to us from if his profile picture is any indication, it's a geriatric Caucasian male. And he says the following. This is in response to a tweet I posted recently talking about the need to defend especially women who support our president from being violently assaulted by the rabid liberal mob. This individual says, my head is not up my ass, but obviously it's up yours.
I wasn't ready for the twist.
He says, I could care less who they beat up. You right-wingers have no right to be in this country. You people are the most disgusting, vile creatures to ever drag your knuckles across the landscape. You deserve everything you get. I want to stop real quick and just remind everyone that these are just the creme de la creme of the comments we receive. I guarantee you, we have 50 plus more comments similar to this, a little less well constructed, if you could say, but these are just the good ones. This is just a reminder. This is the kind of thing that we put up with a lot, but it's not to read these to say that, oh, we're oppressed, we're victims, just to illustrate that when you don't respond in kind, you strip these people of the power they so desperately want to have over you. And with that, I'll throw it to you, Trey.
Well, yeah, and like you said, we can go on ad nauseum with the best and the worst, the highlights and the lowlights from the mailbag, from the left anyway. But we also get some good stuff too, and not just the stuff that is kind of good and then turns bad and kind of good at the end. Talking about actual good stuff. This is where we get into our spotlight on the right, where we acknowledge some of our supporters, and some of y'all have been here from the very beginning. We appreciate y'all and thank you. This one comes to us from Camille. She says, I can't tell how many subscribers you actually have, but your channel deserves to be heard by everyone. Keep up the good work and be steadfast. You guys have something unique to offer. Thank you for your great work. You are much appreciated. Well, not as much as we appreciate you, Camille. Thank you so much for your kind words. Y'all are the reason why we do what we do. Damani, I know you have some good stuff as well.
Yep, I've got one more. We'll bring this home for this volume. This comes to us from Mike Maxwell. Mike Maxwell says, "You are always so spot on. Of course, I'm just a white racist, so what do I know?" And he has a winky emoji. "Please keep up the hard work. I don't think people appreciate how much work that you put into this. I'll continue to spread the word." And jumping off of that last sentence, you know what? We appreciate you, Mike, and every one of you out there in the tribe who has spread the word. We can't do this without y'all, and y'all are really the foot soldiers who have helped us push this message out to more and more people, and we can't thank you enough for it. But we hope you enjoyed this volume of Love Letters from the Left. There's a lot more that didn't make the final cut. Trust me, you should probably thank us for that because we could be here all day. But in the spirit of wrapping this up, I do want to say that for those of you who are interested in engaging with us on a more deep level, please engage with us on our Facebook page, The Wright Brothers IPID. Stop by over there and tell us you said hey. Also, for those of you who are inclined to support us financially through Patreon, please feel free to do so. We appreciate y'all. Everything that you see around us on the screen, it does come at a cost, but we love putting this together for each and every one of y'all. Don't forget to check out our affiliate channels for more great conservative content. And also thank you to everyone who's already taken it upon yourself to support us on Patreon. We couldn't do this without you. But if you like this video, the last thing we'll ask you to do is smash that like button. Press subscribe if you haven't already. Help us continue to spread the word. Identity politics is dead. There will be more love letters in the future. But for now, all we have left to say is thanks and gig 'em.
Thanks and gig 'em.
The first revolution is when you change your mind about how you look at things and see that there might be another way to look at it that you have not been shown. The revolution will not be televised, and be no rerun, brothers and sisters. The revolution will be live.